Hello, everyone. Today I'm very excited about our next interview from the ToolSense interview series Workshop Talks. I'm Jennifer and I'm responsible for the communication at ToolSense. And our guest today is Nikita Semenikhin, Operation and Growth Manager at Uteguiden AS. And then, like always, I would like to introduce Alexander Manafi, CEO and co-founder of ToolSense. So perhaps you could tell us a few sentences about yourself and Uteguiden, like where you're based, how many employees do you have, and what do you do?
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Alexander. And thank you for all listeners of this podcast and viewers. Yes, sure. So my name is Nikita, and I'm working in Uteguiden for the third season. And Uteguiden is the leading adventure company which is based in the western part of Norway. We have our headquarters in the beautiful place called Stranda, and we have 7 more bases within the beautiful region Sunnmøre. Sunnmøre, you may heard about it from Trollstigen and also from Geirangerfjord. So it's everything in Sunnmøre. And we have 8 bases around this area, and we have 10 employers who are working with us all year round. And this season, we will have around 90 guides from more than 18 different countries. So we are very, very Norwegian, but we're also a very international company.
Thank you very much. Then we already come to our first question. How did you first get in touch with TrueSense?
So being guiding company, we face different challenges along the way, and especially during the high season when our operations are under a great pressure. We realized last summer that we don't have the full overview of equipment we're kind of having in stock and having like in a operation mode. So for your understanding, it's 8 bases, each 1.5 hours by car from each another. And the main challenge is just, to kind of, control and keep on track on that. And the biggest challenge was like with our bikes that, after the trip, everything could happen. The bike is not ready to be used again. But then there could be some like problems with the communication, and nobody is really fixing the bike. And then the next day the trip is happening, and then we have a broken bike and a sad guest that cannot join the trip. So then before it was like Google Docs, where we have the overview when we changed everything manually, when we like wrote in a different WhatsApp group that this should be fixed, but nobody really controlled that it was fixed. So that's why we decided to look into a solution that can give us a better overview of our equipment. And it was my chef, Oscar, who got in touch with a ToolSense. And I think it was like, love from the first sight. So it just like immediately we realized that, oh, it could be like this. It's perfect. And then I think we decided to kind of start implementation aiming on the first winter season. And I think from the first meeting in September 2024 until like when everything was set up, it took around like maybe less than 2 months.
Great, thank you. And now you already mentioned some challenges, but how did you work in equipment and maintenance management prior to ToolSense, and what were maybe the biggest challenges?
So the biggest challenge before was to have like this overview, the status of the equipment, is it fixed, not fixed, and also to implement the system of regular maintenance. Because as mentioned, so we operate in pretty big area. We run during the summer, we run cycling trips, we run kayak trips, different hikes, and during winter we mostly run ski trips. And we have a lot of good quality equipment, but this good quality equipment need to be properly maintained. And before that, it was just like, we basically having a maintenance in the end of the season and then before the season, just checking up. But with a ToolSense, first of all, Now we have an overview of every piece of equipment. We decided to apply QR codes on the most like significant equipment. So surely, so everything is important, like even like skiing poles. We tried, but skiing poles, they're kind of round shape, so you cannot apply the QR code on it. But at least we kind of have a very good overview of like how many pieces of equipment we have. And then we put automation on like regular checkup of all equipment. We also automate like notifications to the people who are responsible for that. And in terms of summer season, so we are like now entering it, and we already have like our bike mechanics trained to proper work with the ToolSense, also to give a feedback to the guides through ToolSense about how to avoid this potential like problems in the future. And in our case, I really hope, like winter, it makes our life easier, and I'm really looking forward for the summer season, so to make it less hectic and less problematic.
Yeah, awesome. This sounds already like a big improvement. And if you had to sum it up, why did you decide for a partnership with ToolSense? And yeah, where do you see the added value that ToolSense can bring?
I would name probably like three main reasons why ToolSense. It's first of all, it's like, I mean, for us, it's we're pretty big company in Norwegian terms, but like in worldwide terms, it's like less than 100 people working for us in the top season. But still, this is a huge step for us from, like having overview of the equipment in Google Docs or in other let's say like solutions, to make it like more automized, and also to have a better overview from your phone, from your computer, and also giving this overview to every member of the team. It's not like only one person knows where this exact pair of skis. Everyone in the sales team, everyone in the operational team can check it. So it gives us like a very huge step forward in terms of our equipment management. Second, like factor why like I really value our relations with ToolSense, it's that because like when we started and we were discussing how many users do we need for our company, and when I heard that you guys need only like two, maybe maximum three users, and other guides can use it like without like login and password, without like user account, and you can easily communicate between like guides, bike mechanics, us, then you can also automate like email notification. For me, it was like, no, it can't be real. So these guys are just like two user account for like the small, very, very cheap price. So it can be real. So how is like they're doing business. And I was expecting maybe like in 1-2 months, like they will be like, oh guys, go to our like upgraded version and go like this. But no, it's this very, very clear cooperation partnership. So everything that was discussed before, it's like here on spot. And the third thing is ToolSense is really fast developing. And the things that I mean, literally thinking about like yesterday, tomorrow they will be in ToolSense. So I have like this trust, and I believe that, and I see the pace how like the ToolSense is developing, and it give me like first of all motivation to see like, wow, that's cool, we can also do like this, and also like the hope that like our processes will also be pushed forward. We will reduce our costs, and we'll make our process more efficient.
Thank you. Really glad to hear this. And maybe now looking a little bit more into the future, what is your vision between the partnership for you and ToolSense? And yeah, what would be your ideal scenario?
I think that I may be wrong. Maybe you guys can add on top of this. But what I see now is that like we as Uteguiden can be your like good entrance to this market of guiding companies, because To be frank, I don't have an overview how the things are working like in States, in France, but my experience based mostly on communication with my guides. And these guys, they coming from all over the world. And when I hear that like it's like in Japan, in Australia, in other European countries, they have the same problems when nobody knows actually how many piece of equipment do they have. And all these processes are not digitalized. In my opinion, it's like, oh guys, we're like 2025. We need to kind of make this step forward and we need to push this like industry forward. And I think that like our synergy between like ToolSense and Uteguiden, our collaboration and promotion that guys, you can do like this and it saves your costs, it makes your people working in your company happier. So I think this is can be like, you know, our mutual mission. And we in Uteguiden, we really value all our partnership, but I would be frank, like with ToolSense, it's a bit something special, and I really hope that it will be just like, you know, flourishing.
Thanks a lot. Alexander, would you like to add anything here?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, Nikita, thanks a lot for the trust, the partnership, and also the really nice words. Nikita sent us also a couple days ago a very nice message. So Vincent always sends, you know, the release notes up front before release happens. We have a release tonight actually, so that's why he sent it last week or 2 weeks ago. And Nikita sent very nice feedback, which of course everybody in our dev team loves to hear, and that motivates them to, you know, keep pushing. And yeah, I think it's great what Nikita is describing, right? As an adventure company, people, you know, are looking forward to this the whole year, probably to go kayaking and skiing with Uteguiden. And then, of course, if something goes wrong, that's, of course, you know, it's not great. So if we can, you know, if we can be a little help to make sure everything runs smoothly and save time and energy for everybody, then of course we're very happy to do so. So yeah, thanks, Nikita.
Thank you, Alexander.
Great. So my next question would be, what are the situations in which ToolSense can help you in your operations, and where can you save time and money?
So first of all, I would say it really helps us in terms of planning of our sales. So our sales are definitely limited with our like resource capacity. So we can definitely buy like a lot of like equipment, yeah. But then it's gonna be used only on the peak days. That's why when we're planning sales, we also base it on our real capacity in different locations and also in terms of like, yeah, logistic capacities. The second thing, it's always like important for a guiding company because we are like really dependent on the situation like with the climate. And we notice that like winters are getting shorter, summers are getting hotter, and like there are more wind in our areas. And for us, it's the biggest challenge as a like guiding company. Yes, the season is getting longer, but still it's getting a bit unpredictable. And for us, it's very important to be sustainable and maintaining equipment in a right way. This is like one of our answers how we as a company can be sustainable. We try to choose the best equipment for us, for our guides, and for definitely for our guests. But this equipment should be maintained in a very specific way. And that's why like this communication between our ski mechanics, guides, also back office team, and also like our bike mechanics. This is like where ToolSense really helps us to make it smooth, to make like to have this control, and it's not only feeling of control, it's like actual control, and to let like these beautiful pairs of skis work like 2, 3, 5 more seasons, even though that they can be used in different conditions. And yeah, in Uteguiden, we really pay a lot of attention on being sustainable because for us, as mentioned, yeah, climate change and situation around like this, it's critical. So I would think, yeah, this is like the main things.
Great. Thanks for these interesting insights. So my last question would be, where do you see the status quo of digitalization in the travel industry? And yeah, what do you think could change within the next 10 years, maybe?
Got it. But we can be clear here, yeah, guys. So yeah, I mean now the situation is pretty poor, and again, don't want like to be very kind of rude in a way, but the main challenge now in the traveling industry in general, it's including like guiding, it's including accommodation, it's including like connections and logistics. This is that like there are too many different programs of different quality that are not interconnected. So we in the company, we have minimum 5 different services for similar processes. So like to track hours, one program, like our booking system is another program, our rental system is another program, and our like equipment management system is ToolSense. What I really would like to see is like that these systems of like a good friends between each other, because it just requires a lot of resources to keep on track and a lot of human resources, and we just waste a lot of money, energy, and just like human capacity just to kind of connect these systems. And this situation is the same. So I'm always in a contact with like our partners from like hotels in the area, and they also like complaining that like, oh, another program kinda. And what makes like ToolSense good is that you actually don't need like account, or you just need a phone with a camera and like internet connection. And for example, now we started our partnership with one of the hotels. We applied QR codes on bikes, and when they heard that, oh, you can kind of scan and inform that something is wrong, wow, it looks cool. And for us, it's perfect, and for hotel is perfect. So my big dream in 10 years that we have like kind of big mega app, or at least like a proper API integration between like apps that we have, and then we will be as efficient as possible, and then we will bring to our guests even more.
Nice, thank you. And directing the question to Alexander, maybe, would you like to add anything here?
I mean, I fully agree with Nikita, right? So this is something that we see in different industries, right? Because especially as in the team members in the field, they have a lot of stuff to do. And then, oftentimes in back office, people, this is now the solution to everything. And then when they bring it to the field, they're like, great, another thing now for me to do. So this, why, for example, Nikita mentioned the QR codes, we just try to make it as easy as possible, that not everybody needs a training and this and this and this, but they can just go straight to it and just lower the entry barriers, make it easy, and then absolutely right in terms of connecting the systems to each other, that you can then also automate tasks and just reduce again work. And agree.
Thank you. Then we already reached the end. Thank you very much for this exciting exchange. I was very pleased that you, Nikita, were here today. And yeah, perhaps we will hear from each other again very soon.
Thank you so much, guys, and everyone are more than welcome to Ålesund to go with us kayaking, skiing, ribboat, or wherever you want. We will be really happy to see you guys, first of all, and also your listeners and viewers.
Thank you.